Some time ago, I already introduced you to this Makita machine in detail, the AS001, a battery-powered, super compact, powerful, and incredibly versatile cordless blower from Makita, which, in my opinion, everyone should have. However, the biggest drawback for most people is that it's a 40-volt device. That's why today I have the much more practical device from the 18-volt system for you, namely the Makita DAS180. In today's video, we'll take a detailed look at what we can really expect from this 18-volt blower, what it has to offer, and whether it's worth investing in or not. Let's get started right after the intro. But before we do, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel for free and hit the bell to never miss a video again. You can find the current prices as usual in the video description below. Thank you very much for your support, and let's get into the video after the intro. For those of you who are already using Makita's 18-volt system, you probably don't want to invest in a new 40-volt cordless blower separately. No problem, because in today's video, I have the 18-volt counterpart for you from Makita, the DAS180Z. Another super compact cordless blower with many features and hopefully a lot of power. Let's now take a detailed look at what this device really has to offer in the video. Before we begin, it's important to mention that if you haven't watched the video about the 40-volt device, the Makita 001, definitely check it out. I'll link it for you in the top right corner on the info card because today's video is exclusively about the 18-volt device. So much for that. Let's dive into the contents of the package because there's not much to see on the product box itself. From the product box, we get the user manual for the 18-volt blower. There's a bag with small accessories and the actual 18-volt device. Furthermore, from the bag, we have a total of 5 nozzles included, which I find extremely practical. It's great that these come with the device and don't have to be purchased separately. On the other hand, it's important to mention that the charger and batteries are not included in this package. You'll have to get them separately or if you already own them. So that covers what's in the package. Now it's time for us to take a detailed look at the 18-volt blower. Starting with the external features, I don't have much to say. Just like the 40-volt device, the 18-volt blower, as we're accustomed to with Makita, is extremely well made. It feels really high quality, giving a solid and robust impression. On closer inspection, you can clearly see the premium craftsmanship, no plastic residues, no protruding rubber parts, and so on. It's top-notch in that regard. Moreover, this blower feels incredibly lightweight. Let's do a quick weight check. Let's start with the Solo version. It only weighs 823 grams plus a large 5 ampere-hour battery, bringing the total gross weight to approximately 1,500 grams. This means that even with a large 5 ampere-hour battery, the cordless blower, in my opinion, is by no means too heavy and still feels comfortable in the hand. This is largely due to the comfortable grip handle. As you can see, with a battery attached at the bottom, the device is well balanced. The center of gravity is nicely centered, and thanks to the very ergonomic handle, this device is easy and safe to grip and handle. The grip itself, as you can see, is extensively rubberized in black, providing a high level of slip resistance, which also proves to be positive in practical use. From here, at least for right-handed users, the most important controls are accessible. This includes the trigger for activating and regulating the air volume and speed, and here at the top, the lock button. Both controls can be operated effortlessly and comfortably, meaning no issues or hindrances in practice. Also quite handy, there's another small button located in the middle of the handle. This button allows you to permanently activate the device. This means press and hold the trigger once, then press this small button, and as you can see, the trigger is permanently locked in the front until we press it again. In practice, this allows us to perform extensive tasks without having to hold the trigger continuously. The only drawback, it's not present on the other side. This means the device is primarily designed for right-handed users. What else is there to see? Right at the bottom of the machine, as you can see, there's a small control panel consisting of a thin button and a total of 4 LEDs. This button allows you to limit the power range right from the start into 4 levels, quite advantageous in practice. If I want to perform delicate cleaning tasks, I can choose power level 1 or 2 from the beginning. Otherwise, what else is there to see down here? Of course, the biggest difference with this device here at the back is that it's an 18-volt device. This means for operation, we always need an 18-volt battery from Makita, not a 40-volt one. I would personally recommend using the largest battery possible, meaning 5 or 6 ampere hours, so we can achieve a nice long runtime. How long the device lasts with this battery, we'll check in practice later. But before we dive into the practical demonstration, let's continue on the top side because here, as you can see, there's also a bright double LED with afterglow function built in, so we can illuminate the work area effectively in practice. And at the very top, of course, the centerpiece, the motor along with the turbine. Right at the front is the mount, or in other words, the super practical quick change mechanism. In practice, the attachments or nozzles can be mounted and dismounted really easily and quickly with one hand, allowing for a change within seconds. On the other side now is the air intake of the cordless blower. To prevent any dirt from being sucked in, which could potentially damage the turbine inside, there's a built-in filter at the back. This filter can also easily be removed and, of course, cleaned in practice. Directly below that is the heart of this cordless blower, namely the motor along with the mini turbine. In this case, it's a powerful brushless motor that can really deliver in practice because this compact 18-volt blower achieves solid air speeds of 200 meters per second on the highest setting, equivalent to 720 kilometers per hour. In connection with this, the blower produces a maximum air volume of 1.1 cubic meters per minute, which is also quite impressive and allows for a wide range of practical applications. Whether cleaning various tools, small areas on the construction site or at home, or even cleaning the entire workbench, due to its high air speeds, the device provides enough power to perform solid cleaning tasks in these areas. But even in recreational settings, this device is extremely practical because, as I mentioned, we have various nozzles, thus a very large range of applications. This means in practice, I can easily inflate my air mattress within seconds, for example in a tent or at the beach, or even deflate it back just as quickly. There are separate attachments available for these tasks that can be mounted on the device, but as I mentioned, they need to be purchased separately. To illustrate the tremendous performance of this compact cordless blower, I also inflated a large air mattress measuring 25 by 70 by 200 centimeters in real-life usage. And as you can see, within seconds, meaning in under 30 seconds, the blower managed to completely fill this air mattress with air. Another crucial point is the battery life because even the 18-volt device, alongside its 40-volt counterpart, is quite power-hungry. More specifically, in practice, with a large 5 ampere hour battery that I had fully charged beforehand, I achieved a runtime of a good 10 minutes on the highest power level, number 4, which I believe is sufficient for this powerful device. Lastly, another important aspect is the maximum pressure that the device can generate, which is around 0.3 bar, equivalent to 4.3 psi. This means, for those wondering, can this blower inflate a stand-up paddleboard or SUP? Generally, SUPs require a pressure between 12 and 20 psi. In practice, the pressure won't be enough to fully inflate it. And thus, I would say, let's move on to the final conclusion because overall, I can't really say anything else except that this is truly a fantastic cordless blower. Due to its various attachments, tremendous power, and the vast 18-volt system from Makita, the device offers unbelievably many practical applications and should definitely not be missing from anyone's toolkit. What's your opinion on this compact cordless blower from Makita? Have you perhaps had any experience with this device? Feel free to write it down in the comments below. I'm looking forward to your feedback. And otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, please show your support with a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel and activate the bell icon to never miss a video in the future. You can find the current prices of these devices in the video description below. Thank you very much for your ongoing support, and with that, take care. See you next time. Until then, goodbye.